Hello and welcome to NoMansSky, everybody. ElanPaul here with your weekend anomaly mission. This is the weekend of December 5th through 7th, 2025. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it today and get started. We're right here at the Nexus inside the Anomaly. We'll go ahead and get this going along here. So it looks like we're going to be unearthing ancient bones, which is kind of cool because it goes right in line with the current expedition redux that's going on, relics. So pretty cool link to the two. Looks like I'm getting my 1800 quicksilver and I'm getting 5 lubricant out of this, which is pretty cool because it's actually kind of an expensive item to make. So having 5 of those is going to be kind of nice. My secondary reward looks like it's going to be 340 nanites. Always good to get extra nanites. So let's go ahead and initialize our mission and start it on its way. So let's go ahead and get going here, folks. We're going to take my new ship that I've just made, and it seems like a lot of folks are doing the same kind of builds now. This is a flattened ship. The ship is literally been built so that it is flat on the deck. So a little bit different from the other ship that I've got. Not by far, but enough that it really does make a difference. It allows me to go in and out of the ship at on these particular landing platforms straight in, so I don't have to climb a ramp to get in. And when I'm landing on a planet, if I land, it makes it a little bit easier so that the the ramp that comes out and extrudes itself actually does hit the ground on occasion. So, well, anyway, let's see what system it brings us to. And we're obviously going to get to a system that has ancient bones on the planet. Now, I think I saw a preview through Captain Steve. A lot of you folks are familiar with him. Captain Steve, and the planet that we got brought to was a really nice planet from what I remember. Now, I don't think we have to land exactly at the spot it wants us to, so I'm just going to aim for the planet. It looks like I'm being drawn towards a save beacon, as usually does happen. But the planet, I remember, it was actually kind of nice. Yeah, grassy planet. Look at that. Ancient bones, copper, no storms. Let's go over this way. So far, so good. I'm liking this. I saw the trees earlier, like yellowish trees. That's great. Green grass. Reddish sky. Very interesting. But it looks very pleasant. You know, it looks like a kind of a nice planet to be kind of hanging out on. All right, let's go ahead and exit, and we'll take a look. Now, I do have to exit here. Does it recognize the fact that I've landed on the planet? It does not, I don't think. Yeah, okay, let me try just going down the planet side. No, look, maybe it does recognize me. All right. Let's take a look around. Oh, they got the flying beetles here. If you guys don't have one of those as a pet, go ahead and grab one of those. Those are really, really handy. They fly really fast. Maybe we'll demonstrate that in this episode. All right, so I'm going to look back through here, and it's immediately taking me to bones. So we got some 438 away. Let me take a look around, see if there's any others around. All right, so we'll go ahead and dig these up, and then we're going to take the ship and fly around and take a look around with it. So, you know, like I said, I mentioned the pet, right? I should have one of those. Let me check here. Yep, there he is. It's a little guy. I have yet to get an egg from him and everything like that. But let me just show you this. So, interesting steering. So where's the... There it is, over there. Okay, let me just turn it around. Yeah. Straight, and if you go into the running mode, this guy actually is pretty quick. See what I mean? So you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, but if I'm running and I'm using my jetpack, I'll get there. Yeah, but that all runs out. This guy runs a lot quicker. Those are actually very pretty bugs, man. They're good looking. There we go. So really cool to be able to use your pets that way. So anyway, let me go ahead and put this guy away. I don't think I need him anymore. Let me see. Companion set. There he is. All right, gone. All right, let's dig these bones up. Now, it looks like... Bone. Looks like we only got a couple of them here. And we need 12? Yeah. And there's one at 900 units away. All right. So we're going to go ahead and head over that way. Now, in case you're wondering, Ah, we got the big guy. I don't know if any of you have seen this particular Guardian of the Tombs. I'll show you what he can do. I'll let him go ahead and shoot first. See, he shoots a beam. Actually hits pretty hard, just so you know. But you can get, and it goes out on weird angles. But he's not too hard to defeat. He's slow. There we go. So that's what that Guardian looks like, in case you guys want to fight some Guardians. Alright, let's head back over this way. Yeah, look at that. Look at the wings on those. That's actually a nice looking bug. Alright, heading back over here. We're going to take the Corvette to the next bone dig that we have to do. Yeah, like I said, the weather here is really nice. 66.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Whoops. Yeah, I've got a seat up there. Sorry about that. It kind of bugs out a little bit. It doesn't know what to do with me. I may have to get rid of that seat because, unfortunately, I can't get into my pancake killer seat over here. Alright. Let's head over to the next set of bones. Now, the good part about doing this with a Corvette is that, of course, you can hover, you can get out, and you can look around to see if there's other bones anywhere, see? So we can find other bones from here, so that's always pretty cool. Yeah, I'm beating the crap out of my ship because I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Oh, this one's a lot nicer. It looks like it has about 4 or 5 bones here, so that's good. There we go. Alright, good deal. And I'm not going to go ahead and get the Guardians this time. Alright, so we had another set over there. 853 away. Alright, so how many we need left? We only have 5 left to get. Let's see, there's my good-looking planet, guys. I mean, this is actually the kind of planet you could probably set up a nice base on. What's the system like? Let's take a quick peek here. 10 animals as well. You've got a poisonous planet with dissonance, so there might be some nice ships over there we can check out. Let's see, abandoned. And grassy again, with also ancient bones. Are you kidding me? That's pretty cool. Alright, well, this is actually a pretty cool system to be in. There we go. Let's go over to the next set of bones. I think they're over here. Alright, come to a pause. Up the stairs, I'm going to actually go right out the back. If I can get out the back, there we go. There we go. And it looks like we only got the one, really? Oh, you stink. Really? That's it, huh? Oh, there is one more. Or a couple more. Okay, a couple more over here. Alright. Yep, it told on me. Alright, now, if it's 1,000 units away, guys, just use your jetpack, get a little closer, and you should be able to pick it up. There we go. 965, you should be able to see it now. There you go, and then you can go ahead and highlight it. Alright, so I got 2 left to get. You know what, we will go ahead and take a moment. We'll check out the dissonant planet and see what kind of ships are over there. There we go. Because this is going to be a fairly quick episode otherwise. There we go. And if you want to collect the extra bones, you can. It's not going to hurt anything. There we go. 5 of them here. Excellent. Alright, good deal. So we should be done with the bones. We can do the sea.
Secure transmission module located.
Okay, good deal. So now we know where we have to deliver them. And where is my... I scanned because now there's so many icons here. I don't know where to pick up my ship. It should be over here. Oh. That's interesting. Looks like my... Ah, there it is. And you know what the hard part about is to reaching this, because it was stuck in a tree, is that I have to land on it in order to be able to use it. So, that's weird. And that was kind of strange. Alright, let's head over there and drop off the bones. How far out are we? Oh, that's not terrible. Get up to the upper atmosphere and we can go ahead and go just a little bit quicker. There we go. And bring it down. That way we chop off about 20-30 seconds. And it's not an approximate location, so that's good too. And I'll show you what I mean about landing. I'm going to go ahead and land this time. So that if we are on an uneven surface, for the most part, my ramp should be just about at ground level. See? Look at that. So that makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Alright, let's go over here. Lifeform's visor twinkles. They seem pleased to see me, but less interested in my company than in the prospect of analyzing the bones I've excavated. Corvette selects a sample of bone matter, swiftly analyzing it with a module built into the carapace. Returning the bones, they transmit the scan data directly into my suit, ready to deliver to the Nexus. And that's it. And that is complete. All we need to do is go back to the Nexus to complete this all out. And if you are collecting bones, don't forget to collect the extra one over here. And these wheelbarrows, sometimes they contain stuff like softened marrow. That's always a good thing to get. The dirt is not really worth a whole lot, but there should be at least 4 of these wheelbarrows. So that's 3, and the 4th one is usually next to the dig over here. Polished stone, good to have. It can be turned into pure ferrite directly. So if you do that, you can get pure ferrite out of that. See, this isn't worth much. Get rid of that. All right. Alright, so let's head back to our ship. And before we leave the system, what we're going to do is check out, like I said, that dissonant planet. Let me see if I've got anything I can get the ship with. I don't think my freighter's going to have anything on board. I got so many parts and stuff on this right now. And the freighter's in another system. Let me see. And the starship is fairly new, so I haven't put much on board with that one, too. Alright, so maybe what we'll do... Hold on. I got a better idea. Let's pull in a different ship. Yeah, this guy. We'll use this one to do the dissonant planet with, because the starship already contains the inverted mirrors, and I've got radiant shards, and I should have an echolocator already on me, so I can go ahead and find a ship on the planet right away. Shall we? Alright, let's go ahead and do the echolocator now.
Navigational data received.
Head over there as we speak. There we go. So I think that's going to be worth our time doing this. It's, let's see, 35 seconds out. So it's not this planet that we're looking at, it's the one beyond it. There it is, the one with the rings. There we go. And we'll pull in the anomaly after this. Now remember, nothing's being saved. So none of this progress is being auto-saved at all. So if anything happens, I lose everything. Lose all the progress I made, and I have to do the whole thing over again. So keep that in mind, folks. So if you want to, and I'll show you a little trick inside the Nexus when you complete your Anomaly mission, is that you can exit into the same system from the Anomaly and do this later on if you wish. Alright, let's check out this ship and see if it's worth our time, or if it's the kind of ship that you like. And maybe I'll go ahead and put coordinates on the screen so you guys can find it as well. Okay, so the campsite here first. Now, if you put down... Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, good. It's in French. Of course, I don't recognize the communication. I don't read French. But, at the same time, if you throw a base computer down here, and don't load up a base here, okay, guys? Put a base computer down here, and you can come here anytime you want and pick up as many ships as you like. It'll find a different ship every single time. Alright. I always go input, and then hit number 2, and it immediately brings this up. So 14, 4, and 10. Put them in any order you want. 10, then 14. I just like to go in order, numerical order. deactivate the multi-tool anyway, because we'll check that out too while we're here, and we're gonna exchange void modes. That's not why I was here. Let's try it again. Number 3, right? No. Dissonant spikes, number 1. Okay, so it replaced it with that. Now, of course, because I've already gone through all of the storylines, it's going to open up all of the Atlantid dudes that are floating around over here. See? And they're going to start, they have appeared, and you can talk to them and do quests for them and stuff like that too. So, alright, so this is the multi-tool. It's a C-class, nothing special, so not a really great tool, but if you don't have one of these at all, this is really handy, because these hijack lasers are the bomb. They are fantastic. Alright, and let me give you coordinates. Coordinates at top right, so this camp is at positive 23.83 and positive 81.44, and the glyphs for the planet are down below if you're not going to do the Anomaly mission, so there you go. Alright, and while you're here, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and grab the wheelbarrows, because they sometimes contain stuff that's worth it, like the rusted metal, not really, you know. See, that one just gave me nanites directly. That one gave me more nanites, it looks like. That one gave me void motes. Those are very handy. Those are good to have. I got more void motes out of that, and what was the last item I got? Let's see. Rusted metal again. Guess not really worth much at this point, but the void motes are definitely worth it. And we got this one. We'll open that up, and it should tell me what we got out of it. Oh, emerald. So that was pretty good. So that was worth it. 131 emerald. That's not bad. All right. So we got our ship that we're going to go after now. It's over that way. Let's see what ship it is. 15 minutes away. Yep, we'll do the pulse drive version of this. Go out to the upper atmosphere when you can see asteroids. Aim for the ship. Pulse. And you should come to it directly. Oh, good. It'll be daytime when we get there. Good. So we get another look at this planet. It's a nice looking planet, too. It's very odd that... I mean, not really great looking, but look at that water. The water's blue. The sky's blue. It's kind of nice. Alright, what kind of ship we got here? Alright, so it isn't like this one. It is definitely a different ship. And this is the design. So this is what you're looking at here. It's a C-class in this case. So not something I'm going to go ahead and keep, probably. Put that in my starship. So you just have to get the shards, and you have to get an inverted mirror in order to get stuff. Sometimes you find some neat stuff, like occasionally I'll find like 10 inverted mirrors or 10 brains in here, which are pretty good for the walker brains. That's really cool, so definitely check that out when you get a chance too. And so far the weather seems to be pretty good. What's the weather like? Infrequent toxic drizzle. It says it's a toxic planet, and yeah, I have toxic protection being drained, but let's see what kind of layout it gets. But I'm probably going to come back here later. There it is. See where it takes me. Oh, straight ahead. I just saw it. And how far out is this? It shouldn't be very far. Yeah, I didn't think so. About 10 seconds out. Then we'll come back and get the ship. I'm not sure if I have a full complement of ships in my inventory. I don't quite remember at this point. I might. One thing I recommend when you're doing this, and this is a great way of doing some farming, guys, by the way, is to get the words. Now, if you've gone through the entire storyline, the Atlantid storyline as well, and I'll show you this in just a moment, always get the words, because you can always use more words. Do this. So this is going to go ahead and do it, but you notice that something opened on the right. If you've gone through the entire storyline and done all the Atlantid missions as well, you can check out in a Corvette system at these particular monoliths. This is a secondary area that you drop in some Atlantidium. It'll give you more story to deal with, but one of the things it will do, if you go right back into it, is it'll give you runic technology. And what is that? It's the Atlantid multi-tool, which is also really good because it comes with the runic lens. Also a very powerful multi-tool. This one actually isn't bad. That's actually pretty cool. That's a nice looking multi-tool. I can buy it. I do have room in my inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Very good multi-tools. I like to find these because if you find this planet, man, you might be able to find an S-class one, and that's a really good multi-tool to get. So again, coordinates, negative 6385, positive 155.48 is where you find this one at. Alright, but we got that. And now that we've opened this up and added this into here, it will give us more storyline for the with the Atlantidium. So just to read through it, the monolith alive with Atlantidium shows me a galaxy of stars, glittering points of light in all directions. I hear a voice that hums with the words of millions. Pity the convergence. No something entity has value. None will blank them. And as you learn more words from the Atlantids, people at the camps and stuff like that, you'll be able to get all this too. As the voice fades, I feel a pinprick. One of the stars flares briefly, then flickers to nothing. A temporary sensation, insignificant to the tapestry before me. I'm going to say remember the flare. I scrabble at the memory of the distant star, but my mind will not hold on to it. The galaxy is a multitude, and no lone star can be perceived when your sight extends so far. My perception warps as the vision washes away, and life returns to scale. So you get another autophage word. It's the autophage, not the Atlantis. My bad. And you get more ranking as well. So it's a good storyline to check out. I really do enjoy it, and it's looking forward to when the Void Mother comes to us and breaches through the universe. More story for NoMansSky. So where's our ship? If you can't find the ship, go back to your log and make sure you just select the salvage site, and it should show back up again. Sometimes that happens. So, a little bit of teaching we got today. Autophage. I keep saying Atlantids. It's the autophage. Embarrassing. That's okay. It happens. Okay, there's our ship. And if I have the room for it, I'll put it in my inventory. They sell pretty good. Even the C-class ones sell between 16 to 20 million units. So it's good to go ahead and grab it anyway. And there you go. And here's a little tidbit of something. And I know I have a video that's come out about this, so I'm going to compare it and I can claim it. And if you're going to sell it, go into your Starship inventory, and as long as you have rockets or another weapon in here, uninstall the Sentinel cannon, and you're going to get an inverted mirror back. And you can go ahead and keep that. And that's it. And now I can sell this ship and make some money. Alright, so let's head up to the Anomaly and complete out our mission. Off we go. Of course it's in an asteroid field. There, I'll pull it in over here. I don't feel like flying into an asteroid field while you're flying through the entrance. That's annoying. And you notice we started with our Corvette and we're ending with our ship. Isn't that funny? It is what it is. But we get priority parking now. There you go. Always going to be in this front right space as long as you have multiplayer turned off. Yeah. Alright. Now, remember I told you could stay in the system as long as you came back here and saved it. So when you go to the Nexus, you have change exit setting. Okay, so right now it's returned to your home system. You can change it to stay in the mission system if you wish. I'm going to go back to my home system because I'm done here. And I'm going to complete the mission. And it's done. All gone. And there's the 5 lubricants. As you can see with this, the progress bar is showing that we're part of the way into the second item that we can get from our Quicksilver vendor. The first one is now available, Succulent Algae Tower. Lantern Kelp is 26% complete, so it should probably be finished in the next couple weeks. Good deal, good deal. And once again, of course, this terminal over here is where you can do your expedition from. So if you'd like to do it from your main save, you can do that and bring some stuff over with you, which includes you can bring back the Starship and the multi-tool if you wish. So that is where we ended up here, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope it really taught you something. If you have questions or just comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I get back to everybody. And if you get a like and a heart from me, it means that I did read your comment. I'm not just sporadically going through and just hitting likes for everybody. I do actually read every comment that comes through. You guys have had some fantastic ideas for some one-on-one videos, and I really appreciate all the comments you guys have made. Thank you again, and please hit that like button before you leave. Hit subscribe if you like what you've been seeing, and we will see you guys again next time. Take care, everybody.